Intuitive Jacob, thank you for being here, and thank you for your patience for those of you that have been waiting. I was only able to do the 6 of the tribes for the Hall of Days because I was getting over the flu in 2 different ways and had a weird conjunctivitis, so now that I may see clearly and that we may demonstrate that as well, we're going to take a look at selective form creation, what didn't get drawn and quartered, and what's actually on the inside of the magnetic unleavening. I'll show you on the inside what it looks like on the new board, where some of us have sigiled ourselves through sound, and more messages to come. If these messages are a little weird, well, it's because some of us are in the one strong incept ion, and we're being trained to hear other things within this new form. If you have more questions about that, feel free to click the link in my description. You can enter the very fine Martians Discord chat room and enter into discussion with us. Sometimes we share music and art and other things. And if you would just like your own private reading with perhaps a forensic look into some of the things that might have been confusing to you at a first look, hit me up. We've got a very specific way that we can do that, especially if you have things like dates of birth or actual dates that events happened before the I went on and the, hey, is that can? Did the camera catch it all in that era? Huh, what's this new ear thing? You thing, me thing, catch you on the inside of the reading. Hey Aries, how you doing? Wonderful to have you here. Thank you for attending for our Jan 2020 that we may see clearly readings. This shell just went right to your sigil when I was preparing to do this reading, and I'm hearing for some of you Aries, it's a message saying that all you need to know is just do it for the shell of it. You're gonna know if that's for you, Aries. Alright, so let's see what kind of cards we've got showing up for your energies. First, your archetype. Ooh, Prince. Aries. What an interesting energy. I'm hearing for some of y'all, this might actually be the music you've been listening to lately. I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's all about Purple Rain right now, and like everything from the Purple Rain Prince era. You're gonna know if that's for you. Very, very specific for some of you. I'm hearing it's like Motown and like Prince for some of you. For others, this is just more about the archetype too, but I had to run with that since I heard it. I was literally hearing Purple Rain in my head, so for some of you all, great taste in music. Alright, let's see what the card says though. Light attributes states romantic charm and potential for power. Shadow attribute states using power for self-aggrandizement. Okay, so for some of you all, this is like, I'm hearing if it's your sun, it's like you're gonna have to know. There might be some power struggles going on right now. For some of you, it's like just due to financial arrangements. And in some cases, I'm hearing it's a really bad inequity in power. And I'm hearing it's like what was not modeled by the father is what they're saying. It's like what the father did not model to the son. And I'm hearing just be careful that you're not being too judgmental on this one, Aries, because in some cases it's like you're really gonna have to know if it's like your place to do it, you know? Because I'm hearing for some of you all, it's just a touchy situation. But for others, I'm hearing it's like just be careful, because for somebody it's like there's a spoiled little prince involved. I'm hearing it's like spoiled little fingerprints on everything, and just like what somebody was doing. That, I mean, make sure it's not you, because I'm hearing for some people it's like you might be getting accused of this actually, because they're saying it's like using power for self-aggrandizement. It's something that somebody was doing behind somebody's back. I'm hearing it's like what you see in the front is not what's in the back, and just be careful. Just be careful, especially if they're, I just keep saying this, whatever this means to you. But I'm hearing it was dropped and somebody actually knows what happened. And the person on the corner already told, is what they're telling me. So if there's a situation, because I'm hearing it's like neither sea nor shore. And I'm hearing, but that's not true, because somebody did show up and they did see. And I'm hearing there were like 3 or 4 accounts. And so you're going to know whether that's like accounts from different people speaking up or bank accounts, because I'm seeing like somebody with like keys. I don't know if it's like a safety deposit box or something, but it's like somebody's going in there and like taking things out. Okay, whatever it is, it's more than their fingerprints that got involved on it. There's like a special dust that was left behind, and I'm hearing it's like if they lied about who was there, you can't even be in one of those houses after 9 p.m. It's a lie, and somebody's been fabricating, and they're saying if that's the case, she lied, and she's been cheating on him for at least 5 years. And that's not even the relationship that she's actually in. So there's like 2 different people that are involved there, and I'm hearing if it's like somebody actually proposed is what I'm hearing. For some, I'm getting somebody's very specific message right now. I'm hearing that it's like they went in knowing what was going to happen, and it's like she's not wearing the ring is the thing. But that's where she goes. He, she, they, other, know your own genders. For some of y'all, very specific messages. I'm going to leave it on that one. We're going to keep on moving on, but there are some very specific messages coming up with this prince, and I'm saying to those of you who don't know who this guy is, especially if there's some guy that's showing up, like speaking one way, it's like two different people is what I'm hearing. And just be careful. But I'm hearing that for the one that needs to know about who didn't even come knocking, because they didn't even come knocking, everything was recorded. So it's like, it's going to be a really nice score to settle. Okay, well, let's see what else you need to know, Aries, because nobody can actually do that. You know, it's like nobody can just like go into your house and like do that. And especially if it was like, I don't know what it is about the noose is what I'm hearing. It's either the noose or the noose around somebody's neck, but it's like they were trying to get away with something, and I'm hearing it's like a gag order is what it is. And so bad ties to the police is what I'm hearing. All right. Dark Moon Astrology card. We've got trust showing up. That number is 32. And that is the egg moon. And I'm hearing for some of you, it's like, who got kicked out of the nest there? Did that bird jump out on its own? And they're saying it's like, how do you tell the good egg from the bad egg? Somebody is being protected in that egg there. See where the nest is over their head? And I'm hearing somebody just came in here and tried to rupture it, is all it is. And so for some of you all, you didn't know he had children. For others, like this was done behind his back. Whoever it is that's holding the flowers here. Okay, who have you been dealing with, Aries? Lots of messages coming up. I hope that you can see clearly. I'm getting a lot of different messages. Potentially many different people could actually access this video, no matter how many people are actually following. So I'm getting a lot of different messages. If any of these might help somebody, please share it with them. Appreciate it. Let's see who you could be dealing with. Just sipping on my coffee here. So you got a Pisces showing up loud and clear, and wow, it looks like a shell here, and it's surprising what some of us know how to hear just like that. And what can never be obfuscated is the truth. And I'm hearing just for the shell of it. It's for show. That's what I'm hearing. And so for somebody, it's like, you know, you're going to have to know. And I'm hearing this is going to be really tough news for some of you all, Pisces, especially if you realize that somebody was keeping like a separate nest that you didn't know about. Because I'm hearing for somebody, it's like a prince on the side. And it's like, I'm just hearing it's like, well, we don't have to talk about that. He just wouldn't understand that part. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like whatever happened to this person when they were 24 years old was not good. That might have even been you, Aries. I don't know if you had a traumatic situation happen, but it's like they're talking to me about it like it's the foundation of your home. So I'm hearing it's like it's a foundational issue. So whatever the substance is that a relationship can be built upon, it's like however it was structured is what the relationship is predicated upon. And so for some of you all, this is like somebody that really took the time to hear it all the way through, which is amazing. And in some cases, yay to you for having discernment, especially if you're learning about whether or not this is a prince that can be trusted in your life. Because for some of you all, this is like somebody that really has something that they're stepping into. It's very good for you to have sussed it out. And for others, it's like realizing that somebody might have just been in there trying to self-aggrandize, trying to take what they could get, and just waiting to be, further along the threshold, perhaps because of what they could hear. And it's like what's coming through the ear. And I'm just getting a lot of this blue, maybe you have somebody, there's a lot of blue everywhere, maybe somebody's listening a lot with a third eye. But I'm also hearing about psychic, kinetic attacks, spiritual warfare, the misuse of things like Bluetooth technology, and what it is that some of us understand about the actual halo, what the protection is on the home over biosentience, and what can never be ruptured by a good egg. And let's go ahead and let's move on. Let's see what else might be going on. Aries, because this Pisces showing up, I'm hearing for some of you, could even be you if you're somebody that's been single for a while. I just have to stop here before I get into the relationship stuff, because the next two cards here are really going to suit those of you that might have questions about romantic situations. And I'm hearing for some of you all, this is like, especially if this is like, if you're an Aries that has Pisces in your chart, especially, if there's not a Pisces external to you, or I guess there could be, like I said, could be potentially different people here. I'm just hearing, in addition to that, especially if you're an Aries, Sun, Moon, Horizon that has maybe like strong Pisces, especially if it's like your other main signs with this I believe energy. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like trying to figure out how to step out of the womb, so to speak. And maybe, I don't know, I'm feeling like somebody might be a little agoraphobic is what I'm hearing. It's like you might be like, even if you're not really afraid to go out, maybe you're like less inclined to. For some of you all, it is about seasonal affective disorder. And I'm hearing that you might really need more light, especially if your schedule is sort of flipped. Because I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like you're doing some sort of task force or doing something. It's like your hours might be off from where the daylight hours are for whatever reasons, especially if you're like up all night for some reason. And so I'm hearing for some of y'all, this is like you playing shadow prince for yourself is what I'm hearing, where it's like you're your own partner, and you've like learned how to be like the one calling in your own partnership. And where it's like, don't burn yourself out, Aries, because this is like screaming adrenal fatigue to me. And that some of y'all really need to be able to calm and relax. And that these dark colors and these blue colors are going to be very healing for you right now. And you might want to just dip yourself in a sound bath and give yourself a little namaste space. Do something that slows you down a little bit and brings you into your energy. Maybe go for a float. I don't know if you're interested in sensory deprivation, but it's really helpful and healing. Some of us love it. I love it. And for others, it's just making sure that you're also, I'm just hearing, making sure that your chemicals are balanced. I'm hearing your water just needs to be supplemented, is what I'm hearing. It's kind of specific. But for some of you all, this might be time to focus on the places where there's more light in your life, even if it's requiring you to kind of go within and focus on like the third eye, your inner space, wherever it is that you pray or meditate. Because for some of you all, that's where you're getting your most healing energy right now. I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like your inner prayer life is really growing a lot, especially if you're the Pisces that's perhaps not in a relationship, that's interested in what might also be showing up here. So, all right, I'm going to step aside from that one because for some of y'all, there might be a relationship involved too. But that was specific for some of my single Aries that have Pisces strong in their chart. I kept saying Pisces there, but yeah, it's just how it was coming out. If you're the Aries that has strong Pisces in your chart that is single, that's something that I was hearing is special for you. And it's something special that you've been creating for yourself. And so I'm hearing for some of you all, this is the time. And that this I believe message for you, it's more than like just having some phony belief system. It's like something that you've really put yourself into. It's like what you've shown. And so it's like something that also can never be hidden. Like I was saying, if somebody was trying to hurt you or trying to do something behind your back, it's the same thing. Nothing can be hidden in the Can era. All right, let's see what's going on in the romantic life here. Aries, Tarot of Sexual Magic, we've got the 7 of Wands showing up. And I'm hearing for those of you that needed to know, especially if there was a hidden camera involved, yes, they got pictures of you. And they also got pictures of whoever he is with that other woman, or whoever she is with that other guy. It's like a swivel door. It's like now the cameras work so well that we can take one picture of somebody and it's like every situation goes around like this and we can see what they were getting away with. That's what the NSA knows about prismatic view. And what we can actually do with cards like this now, in people's thumb swipes and whatever was in their eyes at the time that they might have been talking on their phones and not realizing what was going through those Bluetooths. So it's kind of crazy. So for somebody, this is like, you might not have realized, I'm hearing there was like there was somebody that was investigating. It was there taking like third-party images. And it's like, wow. I heard it's like the real 007. That's what that 7 is there. And that's if it was a cheating situation. And so some of you are going to just have absolute hard evidence about that. And it's like, especially if you believe that it was true, or if it has an implication on your 24th birthday or something about the number 24. I'm hearing is like really, really big with this Shadow Prince guy here. Bad, phony love situation. This is somebody that's just interested in hooking up. Okay, so for some of you all, that is a situation you may or may not have wanted to hear that, Aries, okay? For others, if this is like a situation where you are not dealing with that, and like a third party that's been trying to find out the truth about somebody's relationship status, because here for somebody it's like, who is trying to rupture the home here? And it's like, who actually got caught? Like, they're saying it was after hours. I'm hearing it was like after hours. They're like, you can't even do that after 9 p.m. I'm hearing there's like surveillance on all of it too because of the contract. But for those of you that you actually have a relationship, and if this is like your relationship with this person, I'm hearing it's just feisty. Especially, I mean, one of you probably has really strong Leo in your chart here. I'm hearing they've got to have Leo somewhere in their chart for this one probably to be applicable. That 7 of Wands is like 7 in fire. Usually the fire is, Sag, Aries, Leo, but 7. I'm hearing if this is the Leo in your life, or if you like get together with this Leo, it's like on. You guys like scorch it together, and I'm hearing it's feisty. I'm hearing that this person, although they might not seem like it, if this is actually like your relationship partner and you guys are coming up on some kind of anniversary, I'm hearing it's like it's just rekindled in your relationship, and you might not realize, or maybe recently they popped the question. So I'm hearing for some of you that could be the case. But in other cases, if somebody was trying to rupture, just know someone was watching, and whoever it is, it's like it's the one that they said had the feather in their cap. So whoever the one is that said they had the feather in their cap is the one who has like all of the evidence. And I'm hearing for some of you all, you're going to realize it was like sabotage. So, oof, strong message on that one. If this is like somebody who is trying to I'm just seeing it's like they're like dipping a plume and like doing it for the shell of it, you know? Okay, let's see what the Love Oracle card says. Aries, we've got Cupid's arrow. What does that say there? Have faith. Love is coming. Surprise, invitation, or meeting. And hesitation. So, here for some of you all, this is especially for the ones that are either rekindling and having the feisty explore me outside vibes. Yeah, real strong Leo vibe on that. If that's the case, or if this is someone that you have been coming up on an anniversary with, I'm hearing it's like, they're saying especially if it's been like, I don't know, 7-year relationship here. Like I'm getting like a longer vibe on this relationship where maybe they've just never asked you to marry them, but you've been together that long. I'm hearing it might be a surprise. Something's coming up ahead and they're showing me the shell. And so for some of you, it's like maybe an idea of something that's coming to pass and a way that that could happen, and somebody thinking about something that maybe they'd been accused or saying that they would not want, because sometimes that's the thing with the Seven of Wands, or at least in this deck, this is not somebody that usually wants to get married. This is like this is like the person that's like interested in the hookup. But I'm hearing for those of you that you're actually in the relationship, that's more than the hookup. If it's been a long time, it's like they might actually surprise you. And so this is a 7 showing up, and I'm hearing for some of y'all, it might be something that happens like in the summer months, whenever the summer is for you. 7's a lot about timing. All right, let's see what else we can find out here. Advice from Archangel Michael. Use your imagination and you'll see the answer. Wow, Aries, I love this. It's somebody that's really focusing on what's ahead. It looks like a magical experience here, but it says, Dear God, thank you for granting me the wisdom and creativity to see your miracles in new and unexpected ways. I gratefully and gracefully accept and appreciate your help. And then just consider the situation that you need help in. That's what this card is prompting us to do here. And I want to know more about this 7 here. For some of you, excuse me, just drinking some water here. This could have more specific messages that pop up through here with the Sibilas, but before we go, let's just pull 3 and see what we can find out from my Aries about this princely 7 of Wands energy. What does my Aries need to know? Alright, Aries. Ooh. La Nemica. I don't love that. This is the truth coming out about somebody and somebody's face being seen for who they are. That woman has a dagger in her hand right there. I'm hearing she covers it up as love. Let's see here. We have Mercante. So this is somebody who's like, in some cases, he was oblivious. I'm hearing he's oblivious to what happened behind his back. And that this red thing is something that was being tied up around his neck or placed over his head here. And they're showing me the person who has the red thing in their hand here with the knife in her hand as well. For some of you all, you're going to know exactly who that is and what they do for their own security, because this is somebody that'll cover it up as love. They'll show it as healing in their hand, even though there's a dagger there. And why it's dressed in red there, it's because of how they cheat, is what I'm hearing. Okay, let's see what else we can find out here. Oh, look at that. So this is somebody that won't leave the past behind, is what I'm hearing. They're still holding on to somebody. If you're wondering, the person with the red pants here covers it up as love because there is a third party involved, and that's what was witnessed by, whoops, was that me? Sacerdote, the priest. Sometimes I show up like that guy saying, hey, that's not supposed to happen. So, hey, might be your situation, might not. There might be somebody that's been watching It doesn't have to be me. There could have been a watcher on the wall, and for some people, this is actually a camera that you didn't know was actually there, that was spying back at you from your own handheld phone, especially people that were doing weird things thinking they were getting away with counterintelligence measures while wearing Bluetooth devices and actually being used as pawns and puppets in the app Rent Us era that the cams caught. It's like caught on candid camera stuff. And so sometimes that's what's under this blue healing here and the person pointing it out. Okay? If you need some help with a reading, hit me up. Feel free to. My information's below. If you have dates of birth, you can find out some really interesting information on basically relatively a psychic, but also a little bit of a forensic level too, because of how data comes together with elements and what magnets actually prove about how bodies were formed in the new way to analyze Bitcoin and torrent data that you might not realize is made up of you while you were on surveillance. Yeah, crazy stuff. Hit me up if you'd like help with that. If you think this reading would help somebody else, definitely share it with them. Aries, appreciate your thumbs up if you liked it. And if I don't hear from you, take care. Mwah. Catch you again soon when we're back for another one. Bye for now.
Promise that you'll catch me.